Fishing the big salmon season, 1981. Back and forth to the ocean, Petersburg seiners run. They'd fish 2 days and then go unload to the cannery. All through the late summer, back and forth, no matter how rough the seas. The bars of Petersburg filled up for the fishermen's one night in town. Hear the bells ring many times, with drinks served round after round. Though many saved their crew shares, some fishermen would let it quickly flow out of their hands as fast as pink salmon up the creeks and rivers would go. Peak of the season when the pinks came in like never before. The Delight and Louis G taking turns by a little island with ocean swells breaking on the shore. With the 2 boats full of fish, they headed for Petersburg as daylight turned to night. Wind and rain came stronger as the Louis G ran about 2 miles behind the Delight. The waves of the following sea kept building as the wind turned to a southeast gale. Helmsmen steered the boat straight and true, keeping the side of the house from catching the wind like a sail. And a high steep wave came up behind the Louis G, turning her sideways between 2 big waves, putting the old boat on her side down on that stormy sea where she laid. Wheelhouse of the Delight, a mayday from the Louis G came on the air. 2 men at the helm turned around and saw the mast light go out and continued to stare. The last spot where they saw the light to line up the compass course, turned the boat around to face the wind and rain that looked like it had now come up to storm force. With the boat now pounding into the waves and constant spray made it hard to see. Watching the radar and compass, they ran into the wind a little beyond where they thought the boat might be. No sign of the old boat, the Delight turned to port toward the shore and turned again to run downwind after running in the trough a couple 100 yards or more. All hands watching and running with the wind, they had good visibility. I'm sure in the back all their minds was, what's the chance of finding them in this vast raging sea? Then about a half-mile run downwind and slowly appeared in their sight. Luigi upside down, with only its copper paint showing. Looked like a giant red whale in the dark of the night. Skiff had turned over. It was still attached with big waves breaking over its shaft and prop. Clutching the scags of the skiff was the skipper and 3 deckhands. Looked like one man was lost. With the Delight skiff they brought the 4 men back aboard the big boat. Ran down maybe 100 yards to find the last man alive in his survival suit. Though it was cold and his zipper not closed, drifting alone for quite a while. When he was pulled aboard the Delight, he wore a smile that seemed as wide as a mile. With the Luigi found, the search was called off, to much relief of everyone. Next day they tried to locate the boat, but not even a speck of debris was found by anyone. Seemed like as if the Luigi stayed afloat just long enough to see all the men safe on board. Settled down on the bottom where she laid down to rest, forever on that ocean floor. Fishing the big salmon season of 1981, back and forth to the ocean, Petersburg seiners would run. They'd fish 2 days and then go unload to the cannery. All through the late summer, back and forth, no matter how rough the sea.